Okay guys, good morning to everyone. I am with Hindu 12th June. There is an article brick and mortar of foreign policy. The article is very important at present moment. Actually, the in keeping view of the engagement of the present government in foreign policy matters and in its engagement with different countries, that foreign policy of India. Okay, that everybody is praising India's foreign policy. Everybody is praising the engagement of the present government with different countries, but the main motto is that whether the India has the institutional capacity to mobilize foreign policy of India in engaging with other countries. The thing is that no, India is still backward and unorganized in advancement of institutionalization of foreign policy. Institutionalization of foreign policy means the brick and mortar, that means the foundation of foreign policy, okay, are still not adequate, okay, on the basis of which foreign policy of a country is dependent. The base, the brick and mortar, the base, the foundation of the foreign policy, the basic structure of the foreign policy is still not up to date. For example, the writer of the article actually mentions some problems. The first thing is that there is a lack of Indian foreign service officers. Okay, there is a lack of workforce. Okay, foreign service officer. Okay, to deal with the foreign policy matter. Okay, the second thing is that the lack of expertise. Okay, the foreign policy at present, what happened, the foreign officials are generally recruited and trained by recruited from Indian administrative service. Okay, but it is a dynamic era. In this dynamic era, there was a need of expertise to deal with the different foreign policy matters. Foreign policy matters. When outside India, it is going on expertise. Okay, innovativeness of the foreign policy. Okay, but in India, this process is lacking on. Okay, there is lacking of expertise in foreign policy matter. Here foreign service office in India, foreign service officers are recruited through Indian administrative service and they are actually generalists. Okay, but deal with the dynamic foreign policy, and there must be an innovativeness in foreign policy and expertness. Okay, a proper training and expertise is necessary in foreign policy so that he can deal innovatively, he can deal very efficiently with the ongoing foreign policy matter in the world. Okay. The third question is that even Parliament that a separate exam should be conducted for Indian foreign service officers outside the purview of the UPSC. Okay, only then, not only then, there is a chance at through this way, then a different workforce, a different expertise workforce. Okay, that can cope up with the dynamic foreign policy adequate way can be created. Okay, these three. One is that the foreign policy, there is a lack of foreign policy officials. Okay, foreign service officials. Okay, the second is that their foreign service officers in India are actually generalists. Okay, at current scenario, to deal with the ongoing situation of foreign policy matter, an expertise and innovative person is necessary. Okay. Then third is that a separate exam should be conducted for foreign service officers. Okay, even Parliamentary Standard Committee, fourth report of the Parliamentary Standard Committee also provided staff including through recruitment from other cadres in the academic and private sector also. Okay, this is very important. Okay, lateral entry. Fourth report of the Parliamentary Committee actually mentions about the lateral entry of into the foreign service. Okay, that's why it is very important. Always minded whenever you write answer in a UPSC exam, if you always note down the report of the committee. This report of the committee is very important because the mention of the name of the committee and its report will fetch you marks because it is a peculiar to your answer. Okay, these are the main characters. Okay, then you might face some questions in exam that what are your suggestions to improve the foreign policy scenario in India. Okay. Okay, another article, key choices, some questions. The article actually questions about some posts like CVC, Central Vigilance Commissioner. Okay, Central Information Commissioner. The importance of these posts is that these posts are integral to the good governance and transparency, and good governance and transparency are part of our syllabus. How they maintain good governance and transparency? Central Vigilance Commission. Okay, they actually keep close notice on the corruption, okay, of all government departments under central government, okay. Central Information Commissioner, they are the base of democracy, okay. The what is the root of democracy, okay. One of the basic roots of democracy are information, okay, and information is there by the root of transparency. Transparency is the character root of governance, okay. The governance is the root of democracy. In this, all these things are related actually. These posts are necessary for the participatory democracy as well as the maintaining transparency and good governance, okay. The main thing is that in prelims you might find question, what is the structure of the Central Vigilance Commission, what is the structure of the Central Information Commission, okay. Try to find out these things. It is these are already clearly mentioned in Laxmikant book, okay. Then the thing is that question generally arises that whether these posts have been able to maintain their integrity, okay, under the political pressure or whatever might be under current situation. The thing is that there is always a controversy regarding their appointment. The thing is that in case of appointment, transparency or it should be always maintained, and always it should be given notice that only the worthy ones should be appointed in this post, because these posts are the linchpin of Indian democracy, okay. That's why a very cautious and careful process should be adopted, okay, as already which are already mentioned in the statute book, okay. These under which these are established, these posts are established, okay. This process should be followed, okay. Both the ruling party, both the people, both the civil society, and both ruling party, all the peoples from ruling party, opposition party, civil society, NGO, okay, and other posts and other parts of the society, so has to be included in the appointment process, okay. The appointment process should be inclusive, okay, while appointing these posts, because these posts are the reflective of the transparent and good governance of India, okay. They are the linchpin of Indian democracy. That is why very a strong and cautious, transparent as well as transparent appointment procedure should be followed here. And the thing is that this post should not be led to lapse, okay. Whenever any vacancy occurs, a vacancy comes, this as soon as this post should try to process should be taken to fill up this post, okay. The thing is that while writing answer, one thing always mention that you can bring the context of these things in your essay paper, okay. Especially these are very important for public administration paper, okay. But one thing always mention that when always try to mention that under which act this post has come. For example, Central Vigilance Commissioner, okay. It has come under on the report of the, this was formed on the report of the Prevention of Corruption Committee, okay. Sathasivam, okay. It is based on this committee, Central Vigilance Commission was formed in 1964 on the report of the Sathasivam Committee, okay. These things you have to mention, okay. In this way, while writing about Central Information Commission, try to mention on under which check it has come, right to information in 2015, these are published, okay. And B should be always critical, how these posts are important. Central Vigilance Commissioner, okay, what is its conflict, okay, with other bodies, okay. Whether Central Vigilance Commissioner has any conflict with Central Bureau of Investigation, so what is the conflict between CBI and CVC, okay. These things also try to bring the context of these things in your answer from the critical point of view, okay. An important article is Getting the Climate Story Right. It's a very important article. The article traces the difficulties that India is facing in giving a promise to reduce the carbon emission. Okay, the thing is that India is in a transformation of the economic process. Okay, India is going to a developed country, and that is why India is not still fully developed. Okay, there is a transformation process is still going on from rural to urban. Okay, transformation process is still going on in establishing industry, okay. Throughout the establishment of industry, the developing process is still going on, okay. Means that a total developing process is in India is still going on, and for this development process India needs energy. Energy is the basic of all industry. Energy is the basic of all urbanization. Okay, energy is the root of urbanization, and energy is the base of industrialization. Okay, for development process, energy, India needs energy. Okay, but that is why the important thing is that India, it is very difficult at this crucial moment to promise a ransom, ransom cut in carbon emission. Okay, if India promises a giving cut in carbon emission, then it will be difficult for India to balance both the climate change and both the development process. Okay, if it promises a much more expansive reduction cut in carbon emission, then it has to compromise its development process. Okay, that is why it's very difficult for India in upcoming climate session to give a promise of a reduction cut in carbon emission. Okay, because at that moment the development process of India will be stagnant. That what should India do? There are three options. The first option is that a very reasonable and efficient level of carbon cut promises. Okay, India, after a lot of deliberation and with due process, should think out, or manage the process. Okay, should think out a very crucial carbon cut emission that India could manage, that which reduction cut will not compromise India's growth. India should think out, manage such a reduction cut. Okay, in case of carbon emission. Okay, and that is why it is the first, that a very reasonable and efficient level of reduction in carbon emissions should be thought out by the Indian government. Okay, the second is that in the global climate concern is is a global process. Okay, India is also a participatory participatory party here. Okay, that is why India cannot escape from this responsibility. Okay, it is also necessary for India also. Okay, but India should show, but India at this moment is a dwindling process. Okay, between the developing and between the carbon emission. Okay, that is why the foremost thing is that India should, what should India do? India should actually show its concern. Okay, India should show its intention in the global forum that it is serious for climate concern. Okay, but due to some lacking of institutionalization process, it has not been able to cope up with the much more reduction cut. But it has promised its reduction cut, and it is much more intensive, and it is always much more cautious about the global concern. It is the second step. Okay, the third step is that after promising, the third step is that India should also take processes. India should also take steps to cut carbon emission from the basic level. Okay, in every process of the government. Okay, energy, in case of energy. Okay, use of solar energy. Okay, use of gas stove. Okay, reduction of coal. Okay, reduction of other fuel, and all these necessary basic and basic processes. Okay, institutionalization processes for reduction in carbon emissions should be taken. Okay, what is the difficulty for India to in climate concern? The difficulty for Indian climate concern is that India is a utterly need of energy to transform its economy. Okay, that is why it is difficult at this moment for India to promise a very high reduction cut in carbon emission. Okay, but India also cannot ignore this fact. Okay, that is why there are three steps as a solution. The first step is that India should India should bring a very reasonable and efficient carbon cut emission, which India should think that it is possible for India to reduce this amount of carbon emission. Okay, the second thing is that India should strongly and vehemently assert its intention to reduce its carbon emission. Okay, and a third step is that India should practically take a step from the base root level to cut carbon emission. Okay, these are three probable solutions that India can take at this moment. Okay, this is related to third paper. Okay. A very important article is that regarding the National Judicial Appointment Committee, the tussle, the war is going on, dissipating the former collegium system regarding the appointment of Supreme Court judges and a new National Judicial Appointment Commission. Okay, the thing is that the Attorney General has given his reasons that new Judicial Appointment Committee is representative of civil society. Okay, generally till this moment the appointment of judicial appointments are related to judges only. Okay, judges and high class officers. Okay, higher class government officers. Okay, prime minister level officer. Okay, but now the new bill wants to give representation to all the people, especially to civil society. Okay, the second thing that Attorney General gives reason that the new bill actually, the thing is that despite the most of the percentage of population in the country are women, there is a very less women are there who are represented in the appointment processes. Okay, in a selection process for judicial appointment. Okay, then the thing is that what is the main purpose of the National Judicial Appointment Commission as revealed by the government? It wants to appointment process inclusive by representing women, by representing civil society. Okay, the main problem is that what are the difficulties regarding this thing? Okay, what are the now what are the constitutions of the National Judicial Appointment Committee? It is actually in the new Judicial Appointment Committee here includes, there is an appointment body is Chief Justice of India to senior most judge, law minister to eminent person. Okay, who will be the appointing body? Chief Justice of India to senior most judges, law minister and to eminent person. The thing is that government has said that it will be representative body representing women and representing civil society, but only 2 persons are included in the body who are out of executive. Okay, can these 2 persons only represent the whole civil society or whole women in India? No, it is not. Then another thing is that what about the other people, scheduled caste? In this, everyone has to be given representation in the bill. Scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, minority. Where these people will get? Everyone has to be represented in this. They will also come under underprivileged group. If women are given represented, there is no reason that these people could be deprived. Okay, in a civil society means what? All will be represented. Okay, okay. Then how they could be represented? Can these only 2 eminent persons be can represented the whole plethora of population? Okay, underprivileged or other people, their population? Okay, no, it is not important. Okay, then another thing is that the government says that the new Judicial Appointment Commission tries to involve the general public in the judicial appointment, but the problem here is that judiciary, no doubt, judiciary works for the public welfare of the public. Judiciary is the base of faith in democracy for public. But the thing is that there is a difference between judiciary and general public. Okay, judiciary don't give any judgment going by the sentiment of general public. If judiciary cannot give judgment by going by the sentiment of general public, then where is the reason that the general public should be all the general public should have to say in the judicial appointment? Judicial appointments are the linchpin of Indian judiciary system. All the people, it is not possible to make all the people involved in the appointment of judiciary. Okay, it is a very dangerous, it will be very dangerous to status of the judiciary. Okay, these are the reasons. Okay, but while writing answer, don't use this kind of dangerous and threatening words. Okay, I'm just going to say, for giving this reason for your comprehend. Don't be critical. Okay, you have to be balanced. Okay, these are the critical viewpoints regarding the National Judicial Appointment Bill. It is very important from